afraid of is Joe Zilligan, Jim Riley, Harry Race, Bernard LaChance, DJ Dave, Perlita Quinlan, Jim Hall, Billy Ball, 1961 Oyster Cracker Man, Bitted Bat 4 Blue Boy Boxes, Team Bed Bugs, the Chair Rapist, the Barnyard Rapist, the Blue Room Rapist, the McDonald's Rapist, Ellery's, Bernard LaChance of the Evil Freeman, Perlita, Perlita Jones Quinlan, DJ Dave Balmore, Elton Anderson, Don Wiley, and you guys' team. See? Blue. Turquoise. No, I'm afraid, Carney Bernard, your Carney circus of daytime drama and coming through other people's houses is your problem with that, those guys. Your lie. Bernard, you want to be careful, Bernard, when screwing with other people's kids, Bitted Bat 4. And then let's see, Ellery getting rejected multiple times, Elton running around doing his thing, Carney Red. See why Red Randy looks like shit, and the Oyster Cracker Man, Amphibious Base look like shit? Because they're liars. So see, Carnies, if you're gonna set up a bullshit website like Just Mugshots and stick up a shitty fucking picture with a fake record in Ohio, remember Joe, Harry, Bernard, Robo Knight, Pastor Robo Rapist Knight, Carnies, do anything to win. Remember when some fathers start to catch wind why things are all fucked up, Carney Bernard, and your trail of your Carney circus through the nation, and then you take over a city and fucked it up at the 80s, and your little small fry runt, the blue boy who claims, Bernard, they start to figure out which children you guys mutilate and eye poke on purpose and fuck shit up multiple times out here and across the nation. Harry, Joe, Red, so Rangeview High School, Eagle Crest High School, Grandview, Columbia, Dalton, Quartz High, the colleges. So what I'm afraid of, Carney Bernard, is that you guys committed rape, murder, and mutilations with Joe, Baldy's Coast Negro, Red Gordon, Freddie, and then you guys run around and cover it up. See what's going on, Joe? In your supposed dominance, Harry, Joe, Bernard, Robo Knight, Indian Joe, Cowboy and Indian Joe, Country and Western Karen Files. So be careful, Bernard, if you sleep with other men's wives, Doug, Bernard, or children, Bitted Bat 4, that you shouldn't have, to run the Starbucks or whatever business you guys are trying to take. Remember your favoritism, Joe and Bernard Ellery's, for DJ Dave and Perlita Jones Quinlan. Be careful, Perlita, you have a father too. You don't want to, forget the life. You don't want to, fathers like to watch and see. And then you try to claim that, they're kids that are not mine, or be careful, Jordan Fowler, you too. You guys, this whole mess that you've set up, Bernard Evil Carney, and your hack that keeps finding its way into other women's lives. So remember, Bernard, when you screw with another man's multi-million-dollar setup and you lie to a nation that knew more than you, and people end up all jacked up and mutilated because of Bernard the Carney that likes to come in and set in his shit and then run away, and probably the dictatorship over Texas and Mexico with her Yahoo of lies, murderers, rapists, thieves. So he brought in through the Carney circus with their super violent shit through the nation, and then they come back up with their fucking crap. So remember, Bernard, Spain or England, the 3 children, or Russia, or Michigan. And you guys come up with a cockamamie story for killing somebody else's kids. And then, that's why you guys have Riches, the hovering rapist, which is Joe hovering over the 2 kids. And then Captain Stinky Pants, the experimenter. His experimentation that screwed up everything. You guys come up with your bullshit. That's why I don't want Carney doing it, Bernard. Because you're dumb shits who stole it, Bernard, to favorize some other kids to let them get away with whatever they wanted. And so what, you and Joe and them section out, just me and then the other three get away with it? This is what your country and Western is costing, Robo-Rapist Night. And he runs back overseas, I didn't do anything. Yeah, I did. Especially when you guys spy that much, Ellery and Bernard and Perlita. See why you guys look like shit? Because you cheated and lied. So those fathers that actually keep their family together have the strongest thing. See the Schwartzes, see Bernard, I can prove that you Carney card probably the Schwartzes girls like in me because, you know, there's a relation there. And then, you know, screwed with the Puler girls because, you know, there's a relation there. And then Kim and Bailey because you guys know there's a relation there. So yes, there were the blue girls until Harry and them came up with their, you know, the cockamamie story for the twin thing. And then Elton ran around on another man that refusal, got pissed, rejected when a boy didn't want to sleep with them or something. Oh, you guys painted up all Carney red to be #1 dad. Get it, Bernard? So even still, it's going to prove those of you, not fathers, but those of you guys who purposely fuck up people's relationships with girls and their families, Bernard. You let you Anthony Freeman. And so, you know, Bernard, they may not put you in jail or anything, but you'll be known as the scam artist of the internet with your LGBT hackers and shit who ruined everything and bit it out with Ellery, your super fags. So be careful, Ellery and the three Negroes of Red, and Red Robo Knight, Red Gordon, Red Randy, and those stupid ass fucking boxes that you guys painted up causing all the fights so you could grift. You know, before you start the business, Red Randy, you might want to ask the multimillionaires before you come through their cities if it's, you know, a smart idea. Because what I did with the Hiltons is took their $300 million and, you know, that building there, it could be worth just $300 million, one hotel, and made it 10 times worth the value. But it's actually priceless. Not because, you know, her father and his friends have an intelligence network. For those of you who ruined the lives of, you know, them, the Kennedys, the Bowmans, anyone else who's related. See, Joe, with your All-American and Country and Western, they let you do it, psychopath. But you'll be remembered as the biggest piece of shit to ever live on Earth with the Robo Knight and the Carney Carvers. Because we didn't want your fucking Carney, Bernard. Because all it's done out here is cause a problem. And it proves that you guys took those kids or made copies and abused the shit out of them because Bernard and them live a delusional comic book fantasy thinking that's how you make something. But really they just did it so they could steal from people. Which means Bernard, little fag, Harry, Elton, you the dumb shits of the fucking earth.